How's it going, everyone? Scaredy Cat Vasquez back at it with another Haunt Talk video. I haven't been doing videos in the past 2-3 days because I've been busy with work and that shit just gets in the way, you know, but I love my job, so, you know, I'm willing to do whatever I can for it, but it's not what this video is about. Like I said, it's Haunt Talk right now. I was going to do another Slender gameplay, but I don't really feel like playing video games today. It's just, I don't know. What I want to get into is, you ever go through like your Instagram profile and you just go through like some old pictures and stuff like that, you know, just to look back on everything you did with your friends, family, shit like that. I was doing that and I came across this picture right here of a waiver I had to sign when I was at Midsummer Scream last year. It was to a haunted attraction that they had inside one of the showrooms. The people who were running it were called Screenshot Productions. I recommend checking them out on their Instagram. I'll leave a link and everything like that. They did this for 1 year only, and I hope they bring it back one day because I want to experience it again. It's called, and I apologize if I pronounce it wrong, it's called Bardo Thodol. Basically, it's a translation of, I forgot what region of the world, but it means Book of the Dead. And it's kind of like a stepping stone of like predictions of what happens after you die. You experience some hell, you experience some heaven type of stuff. And when I saw this, I remembered, the thought never left my mind, but just when I saw it again, it just came right back at me like in a huge wave. So I wanted to talk about it because, you know, what I was talking about in my last Haunt Talk video, or my very first one, immersive theater and anything like, you know, that's like a role-playing type of stuff that puts the audience part of the show is becoming such a big thing now in this type of industry. At least I feel like it is. Because I'm seeing it a lot more often, a lot more people coming out saying we do immersive theater, we do this stuff, you know, they don't really focus just on normal, there's the stage, look at us act shit out, you know? But the story behind this picture was, I signed it, not really reading the waiver too much because I'm a dumbass like that, but I sat down and read a little bit about it, saying that like it kind of gave an example of what was to be expected. The main words I took from it was you will, it's like not from it, but from the person. I kind of talked to the guy first, asked him because I thought like I was gonna get my clothes wet or anything like that. I was like, is there any water involved and stuff like that, just so I know to like, you know, grab my jacket for my car after this is done. He was like, no, and he just told me, you're just gonna experience your own death. I didn't know what he meant by that. So, I signed the waiver, waited in line, they told me to take off my shoes, did that, and one by one, he took everyone that was in front of me in line. And I finally got up to the part. He greets me, shakes my hand again, saying, are you ready? And I'm just like, yes, I'm ready. Let's do this. You know, I'm feeling kind of nervous because I'm thinking I'm going to get tossed around. I'm thinking it's like some horrible shit, you know? So, I'm thinking it's like, you know, be like brutal, like McKinney's Manor type of stuff. But no. They put a blindfold on me and they pushed me into this room, gently pushed, like kind of guide me into this room. And the blindfold's on, weird music is playing. The guy just comes from each ear, at the end of each ear, asking me like really personal questions, stuff like, where do you think you're gonna go when you die? Do you believe in an afterlife? Have you felt like you've done your religious duties as a human being? Like stuff like that, just stuff that kind of like really like, at least for me, because I am a religious person, it like really like touched me, and it like really kind of like made me think and stuff like that. And it was like it was already getting too personal, so I was already freaked out about that. Like, you know, I wasn't expecting for people to I wasn't expecting this, basically. And they tell me to lay down, and I'm assuming because I can feel the subwoofer, I'm laying right next to a speaker, and I can feel like the vibration of like the subwoofer and everything like that. And then they lift me up, like they laid me on a blanket. I'm guessing that had like some way of them picking me up, and they picked me up, which I felt bad for them because I was a lot fatter back then. I was a lot fatter a year ago, so I can hear them struggling. And they put me on a metal bed, something that they would put like on like at a hospital, you know, when they're about to do surgery on someone. They put me on one of those. They pushed me into this other room. I could feel myself being pushed into the other room. They finally take off the blindfold, and it's just an all black room. A few lights here and there because they have like headlights on their hats and stuff like that, so they can see. So you can see that walking around in the background. And now the music's kind of like changed a little bit. There's a heart rate monitor noise going on in the background. And then I see out of nowhere a woman stands over me. And I'm thinking like, she's not looking at me, she's just looking straight. So she's standing over me for a good while. The music's playing, the heart rate monitor's going on. I'm thinking like, all right, they're probably gonna cut this, and then boom, like she's gonna like splash something at me, or like put bugs in my face, you know. She's gonna do something grotesque, you know. Look at that big word again. Fucking. But no, what happens is she's holding a flashlight, and she puts it up to her face, and then she puts it in my face, and like she's going back and forth, and she's acting the part of like either a mother or like someone that's losing someone at a hospital. So I'm like, okay, it's a hospital theme type of stuff. All right, so I'm guessing they're gonna have me like die at the hospital. And you know, the heart rate monitor is still going, and the woman is just crying, and props to her. She really had me believing that like I might die. Like, you know, this, like, what if like, you know, what if this isn't like, you know, just an act, you know? She started crying. She started saying some stuff, like, you know, some like really like, you know, sad stuff, like, you know, please don't leave me, your heart is still strong, like, please don't go, don't leave me alone, type of stuff. And it was just really heartbreaking. And a little backstory about myself. I normally don't like share this because like, one, I feel like no one needs to know, and except for my doctors, and two, I don't want to come off as the person who's like, oh, I want pity, you know, I want people to pity me. I fucking hate that shit, you know. So the backstory about me is I was diagnosed when I was 5 with leukemia. You know, it's a cancer and stuff like that. And you know, I've had experiences like that, like that were like, it wasn't an act, it was all real. I remember overhearing the doctor that helped me out telling my parents that it's best if they would, like, you know, get a funeral arrangements ready for a 5-year-old. So I know what it's like to, like, when someone's saying that, like, you're gonna die, you know? And like, with complete, like, they know it for sure. Like, in their mind, they know it, you know? But me and my family, we were like, fuck you, you know? Like, we're gonna fight this. And we did, you know? That's why that's why I have no doubt that there is a God, you know? Because of that. And so back to the haunt, you know. So now you know that about me. Back to the haunt. She's really like playing the part well because I've seen it before, and it's really getting to me. like it's like the acting was so like if everything felt so real. There's a doctor comes in and he's trying to like kind of push her away, and then she's just like, you know, like really holding on to me, like, you know, trying to stay close, and she's like whispering in my ears, like, you know, things like please don't go, like, you know, stuff like that. And one part of me that like the part that like broke me was I could have sworn I heard her like call me Bubba. They always called me Bubba from Forrest Gump, you know, like a little joking way, you know. So they've always called me that, and once I heard that, I was like, this is too real. I don't know, what did I sign myself up for? And I just broke down and started crying. Like everything just felt too real, like, you know, like I wasn't expecting that. Like, you know, like I wasn't expecting to be hit that emotionally hard by it, just a haunted house. You normally don't expect that, no one does, because when you think of a haunted house or any haunted attraction, you're thinking of blood, fake blood, a guy in a mask, you know, and people yelling at you, you know, you think of stuff like that. Or, you know, if you're into the extreme stuff, you know, you think of, alright, they're gonna like, you know, put a blindfold on me, push me around, you know, like, you know, make me eat something I don't want to eat. But you never expect them to like, try to dig into an emotional part of your life. These guys never knew it. These guys don't know me, so they had no idea. That was just their thing. But back to the experience. Sorry, I keep going off the rail. The doctor puts one of those oxygen masks on me, and the air's coming out. I can feel it, but it's just air. That's all it is. It's just to give the illusion that they're pumping in some sort of gas into you, like, you know, like the knockout gas. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but you know what I mean. The stuff that makes you go to sleep. But it's just air, because, like I said, given my experience, I know what that stuff smells like. I know exactly how it feels. And yeah, they put that on me. The heart rate's going up and up and up, and it finally just flatlines. And the woman that's been crying on me just collapses, and like she's really dedicated to the acting, and she starts like sobbing uncontrollably, but she's still holding on to my hand, and I'm like, I start crying like even harder than what I've already have been. They put a plastic like body bag over me, and they like, you know, they zip it up and stuff like that, and they started pushing me away from the woman, and I can hear her in the back just crying even more and more. And it was just, I'm still crying while I'm in the bag. I'm still crying. They put me on the floor, and then they started shoveling dirt on me. As like a simulation of being buried. And they said to wait. Like one guy just yelled out of nowhere, just wait until the light turns red. And so it took a while, so it gave me time to, like, you know, calm down. When the light turned red, I got up, and there was another guy that was laid on the floor too. The guy in line behind me, he just also got finished with his experience. And he has a smile on his face, which I don't blame him, because it was fun. Even though they opened up a door, like a memory to me that I've tried to block out, and like made me relive something that was like truly terrifying and like an eye-opener. It was a fun experience, which I would sign up again and again for. He had a blast, and I'm glad he did. That's why I'm bringing this up, for those who want to try something like this. go for it. Like, you know, like it's an amazing, like, being exposed to that sort of thing it's a rush beyond no other. You know, this is why I prefer this over roller coasters. Also because I'm scared of heights, you know, but it's something that's like, your body feels different, but also your mind does too, and it's just weird. But anyways, we get up, he sees my face, obviously it looks like, you know, my eyes are red and everything like that. It shows that I've been crying. He pats me on the back and he's like asking, like, are you okay? I just say yes. There's a little table in front of us, and it had like a little souvenir thing for us to take, you know, and like, so that way we can sign up, because it was only a preview, so it's something we can sign up for the full experience. And that was these little chips right here with their website and the word liberation. That was like a code you can use to get your tickets before anyone else, like a pre-sale. And I tried signing up for it, I really did, but at the time work was just getting like too busy, and I just couldn't make it, and I regret it. That's why I hope they really bring it back, because it was something I've never experienced before. You know, it was an emotional roller coaster, I guess you would say. It was scary. It made me remember everything about my childhood, and it was just a good thing. Made me realize how lucky I really am. You know, because sometimes, you know, even with people that have gone through some shit, you know, and they should be happy with life, you know, sometimes just things just kick you down and you kind of forget. So after experiencing that, like, you know, I don't want to say like, oh, it was an eye-opener fucking thing, like, you know, now I appreciate life. No, I always have, but it's starting to get a little bit more. I appreciate a little bit more now. And yeah, after I left, I hugged the guy, told him what they're doing is amazing. My friend that was waiting for me outside, because he didn't want to do it, he saw my face, asked if I was okay, and I just told him I just need 5 minutes. So we sat there on the chairs by the room where it all happened, and I just had to put myself together. Other than that, it was an amazing thing, and I recommend it to anyone who really wants to experience something like that. Not in a way of like experience something that makes you feel sad, but like I said, if you're into scary stuff, you want to experience something new, you're tired of just like the whole like jumping out and like, you know, yeah, it's the fake blood, you know, it's all cool, you know, Texas Chainsaw, all that shit. If you want to experience something more personal, something like, I guess you can call it psychological, something where it's not like anything else. If you want to experience something new, basically, I really recommend, like, you know, doing anything Screenshot Production does. They're amazing, like, you know, company, you know, not a sponsor, you know, but I would promote these guys for free anytime. If I ever do one of any other experiences, you'd be the first. I would post up a video so fast about it, you know, just telling how amazing everything was, because they're that good, and I really recommend you guys check them out. But that was just one haunt. I got a whole bunch of other stories right now. I want to get into Creep LA. I've been hearing a lot about them this year, which is really good. The guys who made them, I forgot their names. I know one of them's like, his name is Justin also. Really, what they're doing is fucking awesome. It's a whole new thing. I've never gone through the experience myself. I've seen videos of things before the haunt. They have like a little like kind of like a bar where you wait to your turn, and like a lot of actors are hanging out there, and it's pretty creepy and they act weird and shit like that. Yeah, there's just a lot of hype about them. It's last year was their first year, and this year they've been really making a name for themselves. They teamed up with, I forgot the other haunt production, but I've been seeing this a lot. Other haunts are teaming up with other haunts, and that's good because we're all in this together in a way, you know what I mean? It's like what I've always been told by any person who's in the haunt business. If you're doing this for the money, you're not gonna enjoy it. You have to do it for the art, the passion, the fun of everything, you know? And it's true, because, you know, you're spending so much money on lights, effects, actors, props. You're not gonna see all that money come back to you. So it's just a matter of if you just enjoy doing it, you know? And that's what a lot of these people that are doing like the underground haunts, 17 Door, McKinney's Manor, Blackout, Screenshot Productions, Creep LA. They're not really like, you know, they're not really like money hungry, you know? They're just doing it because they're artists who want to do what they want to do. And it's pretty amazing. But I've been seeing like a lot of haunts team up with each other, and I love that idea. I hope that one day, one weird day, Creep LA does a little maze over at Not Scary Farm, you know what I mean? Like, that would be cool. It's like, alright, the typical Not stuff, but boom, you get something totally different that you don't really have to travel that far anymore, you know? It's kind of like when Knots did, like they would do mazes off of movies. I remember they did a quarantine one. That was my first year going, and it was freaky as shit. I went with all my cousins, and it was freaky. And then they did a little room that was dedicated to the new Carrie movie that was coming out at the time. And yeah, it's like even like the bigger haunts, Queen Mary, Universal, Not Scary Farm, they should all like, I feel like they should, not like they have to, but it would be a great idea and show that they're part of the team as well, to invite some of these smaller haunts inside as a part of, like, you know, team up with them, you know? It's like, let you set up somewhere, boom, you get recognition, you get a whole new experience, and it's all on the grounds of Not Scary Farm, or on you know, their home turf. It's all right there too, so people are gonna reflect to that back to them as well too. Both places get recognition. I think it's a great idea that a lot of these like smaller productions are teaming up with other smaller productions to make one big idea. But I would like to hopefully see one day a big production team up with a smaller production. You know? It's just mixing it all up, you know? So I'm gonna try really hard to go to Creep LA this year, because I want to see them, how it is teaming up with another person, how they are teaming up with another person. I'm going to the Queen Mary, hopefully either next week or the week after that, so you guys will be getting updates about that. I'm excited. Last year I went, took my girlfriend. It was cool. Parking sucks, but it was cool, but a lot of drunk people. That was like the only downside. We waited like 2 hours for one maze, but it was worth it because that was the maze that freaked us the fuck out. Because sometimes when you're going through the maze, at least for me, I forgot that I was inside of a real haunted ship. Like yeah, there's some decorations, but there wasn't that much because the ship itself does most of the work, you know? It's just freaky on its own. And a lot of it, what I loved about it, they really focused on, like, not focused, but they really, like, didn't need that much lighting. It wasn't that much lighting needed. It was, a lot of the mazes were just, like, pitch black almost. And it really fucking freaked me out. My girlfriend's laughing at me, you know, of course, you know, she's like, you know, making fun of me like she always does every year. But until we got to one part where we had to cross a bridge, and over the bridge was like part of the ship that was sunken in, and where like the water's coming through and stuff like that. And I'm scared of heights, and she can't swim, so she's scared of that. But what we didn't know is we were walking on top of a platform on top of the bridge. We weren't walking on the actual bridge. We're walking on top of a platform that's on top of the bridge. That platform had hydraulic, like, you know, discs on it, and fucking dropped like a few inches, so it gave you the illusion that the bridge was collapsing. And it really freaked us out to the point where we couldn't move for like 10 seconds after that. People behind us are like, go, go! And we're just like, oh shit! And it was fucking crazy. Like, I've never, like, she like really freaked out to the point where she's like hiding her head. Like, I'm like holding her and she's like hiding her head, and instead of the other way around, you know? Fucking, it was really fun. The actors are really into their character, and I love that. I love seeing when like actors like are really into their character, because, you know, they're just gonna make the story even 10 times more better. If it's just someone just waiting for people to come out and just you know what I mean? Like you know, they're just there, they kind of show that they don't want to be there. It kind of kills it for you. It's like, that's just an actor. But then when they're really into it, at least for me, you kind of think like, what if that's not an actor? What if that's a real fucking thing, you know? It was just so much fun. Just being around the Queen Mary's is awesome. I've been there a few times. I've been there like once when I went on a little ghost tour thing, you know. You know, we saw some shit. Not like ghosts, but like, you know, we just saw like the ship itself and everything like that. It was pretty cool. What else about Dark Harbor? Dark Harbor, I like their clown maze. I feel like it's a little bit better than like than Carnival. Little side note, sorry if my camera is like getting out of focus a lot. I dropped it, and now it does that. So yeah, I'm working on getting a new one. But yeah, back to Dark Harbor. I love the fact that they serve alcohol, like, you know, on trays. Like, they'll have like people walking around with trays of shot glasses, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't have to go too far to get a drink now, you know? That's fucking awesome. What's another haunt? What's another haunt? Mabel's 6 Feet Under. That's another good one. Up in Anaheim. Not too far from like Disneyland and kind of close to Angel Stadium. Really good, like, you know, it's a small maze. You know, it's not gonna last you all night, you know, probably like 20 minutes tops, you know. It's a really fun thing to do. Me and my girlfriend went there last year. It's like 15 bucks a ticket, you know, and like literally walking distance away, there's like a brewery right there with with like 2 food trucks there. So if you're trying to, like, you know, get something to eat before or after, you know, you just go there, boom, you walk right back over to Mabel's 6 Feet Under. And we were the first ones in line because I was just so excited to be there and to find out that there's like another haunt like close by, you know. And so we were the first ones there. Employees are telling us like, yeah, hey, you know, there's a bar down the road. That's when we found out about the brewery. Like, there's a brewery down the road, you know, go there, tell them you're with us, tell them that you're with us, you know, they might give you a discount and stuff like that. And they did, you know, they took off like, you know, like a few dollars off our bill and shit like that, which was cool. And I can't remember the name of the brewery though. That's what sucks. But you know, if you ask them about it, if you go there and you ask them about it, they'll tell you where it's at. You know, they'll tell you about it. It's a cool thing. What I liked about it is the walls would change on you as you're walking. So you go somewhere, tell you to turn back, and it's a whole different thing now. So it's like, wait, what the fuck? So it's like an actual maze, and we did get lost in there. Like, it took us, the reason why it took us close to 20 minutes was because we got lost, and I was too freaked out to, like, you know, go a certain way, but we had to go that way, and it was just all like, oh my god. It was fun. It was really cool like a lot of cool things to see in there. And it was just awesome. I did apply to work there one time, like last year. But then because of my other job, I wasn't able to. But hopefully one year, maybe I will. You know, for a few nights. Well, no, I'd probably go full on committed to it. I don't know, like, I've always wanted to work at a haunt, and I've always wanted to start one up my own. Starting one up my own would probably be a lot more better because I still want to experience other haunts, you know? I don't want to just be stuck at one place the whole time. You know, I still want to experience, like, you know, the rest of the stuff, and, you know, but while I'm experiencing that, I wouldn't be able to experience, like, a haunt on the days that they're open, because 9 out of 10 times, that's the days that the haunt I would be working at would be open. You know, I had a friend that worked at Not Scary Farm, and Thursdays through Sundays, that was it. Like, he was there. He was just there, like, working. He loved it, you know, but he doesn't even work there now this year because he wants to actually experience Halloween stuff. No. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching to the end. You know, sorry that the first story was kind of like, you know, emotional and stuff like that, but like I said, when I saw the picture, I just wanted to share it, you know? And I hope that you guys liked all these haunt talks. Please let me know if you do. Leave a like. You know? I'll probably get back into Slender Man, The Arrival. Probably next video. I don't know yet though. I wasn't really feeling it. Like, you know, it's a cool game and all that stuff, don't get me wrong. Like, I love the way the graphics look, and I love the way that, like, you know, if you're putting on, like, you know, soundproof headphones, like, you know, all the noises make you feel like you're actually there. So, yeah. So that was cool. But other than that, I just felt like, you know, it's just a lot of walking, nothing really exciting going on. I'm thinking about starting up, like, doing one of the Resident Evil games. If you think that's a good idea, leave a comment. Which one do you think I should do? I'm thinking of doing number 4 though, because that's always been my favorite. But let me know what you think. You know, of course, the typical YouTube shit. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you want to know the next time I post up something. And other than that, I just want to thank you guys again for watching. See you later.